One of the most beautiful cities in the world, San Diego, California, and Snapdragon Stadium. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport. A rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. It's the Fresno State Bulldogs and the San Diego State Aztecs. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to Holly Rowe with the latest on the weather.
San Diego State's head coach told me before the game, he knows that there's a lot of excitement for this home game, but most importantly, the weather is clear. We were wondering how the forecast would shake out, and it is calm and beautiful. Should be an impactful game here with great weather, great opportunities, and a fast surface. Back to you.
All right, Holly. And the Aztecs will kick off first, and here we go. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. Running inside, it's Marshall. Got room at the 35. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Martin back to pass. Looking for a big play. He's got it along the sideline. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. Exploded for a huge chunk of yards on that last one. They'll try to do it again here, 1st and 10 from the 33. On the run, it's Marshall. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be 2nd and long. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl, but knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollack off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollack cut blocked, maybe even double-team high-load, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is elite.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stuck with an interception. A tough start to the opening drive as the defense comes up with a big play. There, they'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
How many ways can I get it to my running back who's a baller in space? This is a really good job. Just toss it to him, right? I want to throw it to him. Yeah, I want to run up the middle, but I want to get it to him as many ways as I can. Toss it to him, get him on the edge, do a good job sealing the edge. He'll do the rest. Just give him the ball in space. Good things will happen.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Eli Holstein to throw. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
From the gun on 3rd down, Holstein. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. The Aztecs will try to pin them back with the punt. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and that's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
Fresno State takes over and the offense will go back to work. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Standing in his own end zone looking to throw. Got it. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Gets his first one of the day away. He might be a little stiff. They only used him twice in that loss a week ago. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The Aztecs offense ready to go back to work. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like last possession.
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Really nice play call there on 2nd and long by the offensive coordinator. He was able to get a lot of that yardage back by running the football, and now, of course, it sets up a 3rd and manageable situation.
Gets the back moving. Lined up in the gun, 3rd down, Eli Holstein. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
And the Aztecs will try to move the sticks on 4th down. 4th down, Holstein. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. There he goes. Inside the 30. 10. Touchdown, Bulldogs. How about this defense taking one back to the house? They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Deep in the end zone, it's Joyner. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Aztecs offense makes its way onto the field to start this drive. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Here's Holstein to throw. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Touchdown, Fresno State. The defense putting points on the board. He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Here's the return from inside his 10. Slips through the line. Got a little room. Dynamic on kick returns, and that one puts his offense in business. San Diego State trying to get things moving on this drive. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Throwing, Holstein unloads to the wideout. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Takes the pick back to the 32-yard line, and now this offense will be in business.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense puts you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
They'll run him out of bounds, but look what's on the ground. Penalty marker. Martin will throw it. Fires to the wideout. What a job to lay out and make the catch. Got open on the post and then had no regard for his body in making that catch.
Exactly right. You know you're going to get hit a lot of times coming over the middle of the field, but he runs that post, lays out, makes the play for his quarterback. That's a tough hombre.
They get him stopped at the 30, but not before he gets 5 yards.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
They get him down, but they'll mark it beyond the line to gain. It's first down, Fresno State. Last completion, move the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Wants to throw one first. Fires to the middle. Grabs it. And he will score. Touchdown, Bulldogs. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish the deal with a 26-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it out. It's Joyner. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Holstein. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
Well, it's a simple play. QB's just looking for his big fella, the tight end, and he couldn't reel it in.
They'll need a bunch on second down. Hand it to the back. Oh, he's got some space. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
Sets his feet. It's Holstein. Rushes on. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Guys, this offense is going to have to find a way to protect this quarterback. He has already been under unbelievable duress early in this game, and they're not going to be able to complete throws if they can't keep him standing up.
Long way to go on second down. Leaves it in his belly. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Holstein from the gun on third down. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. That's the end of the quarter, guys, and Fresno State is on top. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. The Aztecs send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. On the return. The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple.
Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
This defense needed something to happen to create some momentum back to their side. They've built a deficit. QB's been very comfortable making plays. Exactly what you needed. Put some doubt in his head. Get to him. Hit him. Get physical. They get the sack on this play, and that's just what they needed.
He makes a catch. Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
You talk about going on the road and making a statement. 27-0. Hostile environment beat dang. You talk about home field advantage. Well, it hasn't worked. They have come in and had answers and started this first half as good as you possibly can.
Out of the end zone. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. San Diego State takes over as the offense is ready to go to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Eli Holstein to throw. Flips it out to the back. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Third and long right here. They'll send the back in motion. In the gun on third down. Here's Holstein. Throws to the wideout. And they can't complete the bullet pass on third down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
He gets a block. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Martin back to pass. Here comes the heat. Unloads in the nick of time.
Hey, when you speed quarterbacks up like this, and you hurry their thought process, they're going to make mistakes. That was a mistake there. Throwing into double coverage, obviously not something you want to do. Could have been worse. Nice job by the defense.
Shotgun snap on third down. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Cannot get away. It is a huge sack, and I can't imagine what he was thinking on that play. Fresno State will have to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. It'll go out of bounds, and we'll see where they mark it. It's going to be right around the 35. Guys, we're about to get another look at this San Diego State offense. This offense has been stagnant so far. 1-2-3 kick the last time they had the ball, and this time really needing to get a score. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, it's so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
And I go back to him again, too, man. I mean, just the big play, the play before, and they say, why not? Try it again, get it to the running back, try to create some space. Better job by the defense being gap sound, coming downhill, not letting him break tackles and make a big play.
And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
And I feel like that was predetermined. They told him in the huddle, man, chuck that thing down the field. Like, haven't run the ball well, haven't thrown it well. They haven't really gotten started off on the right foot in this football game. Looks like they're still searching for answers, for something that they can get some momentum going.
Turning it on. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening.
As a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Aztecs!
And this is why you consistently run the football, a steady diet, because you can break the long touchdown runs. Nice job breaking through the line of scrimmage, outrunning the rest, getting in for the long touchdown.
And the extra point is good. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And so the Fresno State offense comes out onto the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football. Make your plays. Put a good drive together here.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Whip it out to the back on the screen. Breaks the tackle. Runs through a man, and he might have some space. The 30. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Man, is it nice to have a guy that can do that. Goodness gracious, short pass, but he has such speed, elusiveness, vision, the whole nine. He shows you all of it right there. Catches the football, makes some people miss, gets upfield, and gets the long game.
Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. see what adjustments this San Diego State offense has made this time. They've fallen into a hole here, and they need to start fighting back right now on this drive. Here's Holstein to throw. He's going to fire deep. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day.
I'll tell you something. In college football, you're lucky if you get 2 interceptions in a season. This guy now has 2 interceptions. In the first half of this game, he's been reading the quarterback's eyes, and he has been everywhere, an absolute ball hawk.
Stopped right there.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward. Well, this offense has come out slinging the pill. They are throwing it. They are trying to be aggressive. We're only in the second quarter, guys. Already, this guy has over 200 yards passing.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. It's first down from the 11. From the gun, it's Marshall. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They give it to him again.
Well, they try to go with the draw out of the shotgun, but just way too much penetration allowed up front. That defensive line just took that play.
They get off the rock really fast, get in the backfield. The offensive linemen are supposed to push them upfield. Quarterback's got to sell it. Not anything really in that play in sync, and it doesn't go anywhere.
Martin will throw it. He's got it on the move. Now San Diego State will spend its second timeout. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this 4th down. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. From the right hash, and this distance makes that angle not quite so severe. Absolutely perfect. And that lead grows even bigger.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
From inside his own 15, looking for room. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stops right there. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Throwing, Holstein. Shoots it to the left. Just had to get rid of it.
I mean, this game has to feel like a living nightmare for this quarterback. We're still in the first half, and this guy, with all the interceptions he's thrown, with all the inaccurate balls, nothing is going right. They have no semblance of a passing game because they simply cannot establish a rhythm under center.
And the screen goes nowhere. They stop him for no gain on the play. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Under pressure, trying to make something happen. Got out of trouble and throws. And he's got his man on the sideline. He'll come up a little short of the first down.
And that's a big play for this offense, and they need to get going. They've built themselves a deficit. They need points on this drive, or else, guys, the second half, we're going to be telling old war stories, right? Like the back in.
Time to take a shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
And man, oh man, I just don't understand what we're trying to do offensively. Like, last possession was your 4th pick, and coming out throwing again. They've got to find some way to settle this dude down or settle his behind on the bench and find somebody else that can make some plays.
Timeout called by San Diego State. That's their 3rd and final one. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Out wide right, it's Alexander. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, we are beginning to see a little separation in the standings. The Week 5 edition of our update show. We begin with the Texas A&M Aggies taking on the #1 team, the Georgia Bulldogs. And it's the Bulldogs in a little bit of hot water right now. They're down. I know we haven't even hit halftime, but anytime the #1 team in the country is losing, that's headline news. And now we take a look at some of the other games going on around the nation on another wild day of college football.
And he's going to try to return this one. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Aztecs offense ready to go back to work. They start this 3rd quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive, Reese. Like, this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
Great job by the defense taking away the quarterback's primary target on that play and forcing the incompletion.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
I tell you what, they're down, but they're not out with this guy. They keep feeding him. He keeps having success on the ground. Maybe I use this now to catapult, use some play action, make some bigger plays down the field. But the run game has not been the problem today.
Holstein on the play fake. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And I thought the game plan has been so good by this defense, man. They know exactly who his go-to guy is out wide, and they're doing a great job of mixing up coverage, taking that away. Listen, this QB doesn't have to go to him, and that's why I think you look next. Who's your next best playmaker that can make something happen for you? Maybe go find him, because they're locked in on that star out wide.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. From the gun on 3rd down, Holstein unloads to the wideout. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. And the Aztecs will bring the punt team onto the field. Looks it in. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. Martin back to pass. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Man, they've been scoring a lot of points. When you've got the skill and you've got the speed outside at wide receiver, that's why. And here we are in the second half, and nothing's changing. If they can't cover us, we're going to keep taking shots, and that's what you got to do. This quarterback right now, he's in a beautiful rhythm. He's seeing the field. The game looks slow to him right now, and he's executing at an incredibly high level. And these receivers outside, man, they are winning each and every time.
2nd and long here. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Marshall.
Well, this defense knew coming into this one, if they could stop the run, it was going to be really, really hard on the offense. And I just love the tenacity they're playing with right now. This front seven are flying around, getting to the ball carrier. This running back has had nowhere to go today.
They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. They're all over him. Complete to the right. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches. First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. The hand to the running back. Breaks into the open. And he's tackled, brought down at the 19. They're into the red zone with another first down.
And there is no greater friend to a quarterback and to a coach late in the football game when you have the lead and you can pound the rock. Offensive linemen can pave holes, like running back now runs through them, successful, move the ball, and most importantly, that clock can tick. But the physical ground game late in the game, that's how you finish opponents off.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Fires to the right. Got him downfield. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
Well, I guarantee you one thing, and at halftime with a big lead, there were no conversations about, hey, let's run the ball, let's slow it down, let's bleed the clock, keep our defense fresh. They are staying aggressive. They're trying to add to this lead, and with this quarterback, I do not blame you. Keep chucking the pill.
They were all over it.
Yeah, what a great job by the defense. You got to understand, it's physical time, right? They want to run the football when they start getting inside the 5. Nice job getting penetration, getting the tackle for the loss.
He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. Nowhere to run, and down he goes after losing 6.
Now listen, the defense won that play. As an offense here, the key, David, you can't go back-to-back negative plays. You got to be smart with the football here. Looks like you're going to have to throw it. You just can't force it. You got to make sure you're playing with that clock in your head. You can't take a sack.
And I think this is a situation where I spread you out. I get more speed on the field. I make the defense declare. I see what they're in, but I'm definitely throwing the...
He's going for the goal line. He'll be stopped right there. They kept it on the ground on 3rd and goal, and it did not pay off. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. Already 1 for 1 on field goals today. He'll try to make it 2 for 2 from 22. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Aztecs offense makes its way onto the field to start this drive. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. They want to run this quarterback. There he goes. Past the 50. He's inside the 40. Past the 20.
quarterback is so unique and he's so special because of his running ability, his wiggle, his speed, and his burst in the open field. He's like a running back playing the quarterback position, and he shows you that on that play.
And he puts through the extra point. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Fresno State takes over, and the offense will go back to work. They still have a cushion, but you don't want to feed that hope with unproductive drives. Martin will throw it. Finds his target.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
He never had a chance on the draw. Tackled almost as soon as he got the ball. Clock stops momentarily as there is an injured Bulldog on the play. Third down conversions, always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. Zings it complete to the right. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
And the defensive coordinator is irate on the sideline. 3rd and long, it's a short throw. You've got to be able to rally, make a tackle, and force the punter onto the field. They let him get loose, break some tackles, and with the first, the offense stays on the field.
Breaks a tackle, and he might go. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. Fresno State moving it quickly down the field. Quick give. It's Marshall. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. They'll move the tight end. Knocked down way behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be an 8-yard loss. That's the end of the period. Fresno State has the lead. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. After swapping ends of the field, that gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Martin back to pass. Look out! And the pass is incomplete here on 3rd down, but there is a flag. Let's check it out. Fresno State will have to punt.
In punt formation to kick it away.
He won't be able to return this one as it goes out of bounds. Motion from the wide receiver. Holstein. Rush right in his face. Trying to make magic with his feet. Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire. Long way to go on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Uncorks it. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the 4th.
Throws to the tight end. Working the middle. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38. The Aztecs come to the line with a new set of downs. Caught on the RPO. Pickup of 5. It's now 2nd and 5.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
Keeps it on the option. And they get to him early, and he'll be knocked down for a loss of 4.
Yeah, and this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's later in the fourth quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by a lot.
And they almost had another one. Rare is the occasion when you're happy to see 4th down, but it's better than throwing another pick. Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Holstein to throw for it on 4th. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
Martin will throw it. Oh, pressure's coming. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
They don't fall for the screen. Great job retracing and stopping him at the line of scrimmage.
And I love linebackers, man, that just have a nose for the football, an absolute feel. Great job not losing vision, feeling the running back start to come out of the backfield to catch the football, and then doing the most important part. Probably the hardest, too, getting him on the ground.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Fresno State will have to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. San Diego State trying to get things moving on this drive. When the defense got the stop, they could have used a few more of those earlier. Still a big deficit here late. Eli Holstein to throw. Unloads it left. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it. But you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback. And again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Rush is on. Myers on the move. Already find a hole in that secondary. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. And Jesse, there's a huge mountain to climb here, but you might as well start with a chunk play.
Well, you got to start somewhere, Reese. It's been tough going for this offense all game long. They find themselves in a hole, but
makes a grab and room to run. Corralled and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business. Down to the 16-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Here's Holstein to throw. Nobody open, he just throws it away, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
It's really hard to win football games when you're one-dimensional offensively, and that's the case. They just have not been able to get anything going, throwing it deep down the field. They haven't won their one-on-one matchups. Quarterback has missed some throws, and as a result, in the 4th quarter, they barely have 100 yards passing, and that's why they're losing.
Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Aztecs! Got it right in the heart of the end zone. On to attempt the try. Splits those uprights right in half. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. If they're going to pull off this big rally, they'll need to get this one back. They line up for the onside kick. And in that scramble, they're going to come out of there with the football, and they get the onside kick and take possession right back. San Diego State takes over as the offense is ready to go to work. Let's see if this rally can continue. A touchdown followed by the stop, and now they've got the ball back. Here comes the heat. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. Ball down at the 45-yard line, and that's the kind of ball hawking a defensive coordinator loves to see. And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. Trying to establish the run. Oh, he's got some space. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Martin back to pass. Lets it fly. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down.
Man, you see, once you start to get to the red zone, the contested catch rate goes way through the roof. Who can make those plays when you're physically getting hit? Nice job by the defense, man. Make them earn it. Make them feel it. Get your hands through the contact of the football when they're trying to make the catch. Great job breaking on the football at the perfect time.
Handoff from the gun. Taken down.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
3rd and long, a lot of ground to cover. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the right. Complete downfield. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
Really nice execution by this offense. This is the time, right? Late in the football game, got to get a few first downs to preserve this lead, to get out of here with the W. They trust their quarterback. They protect him. They get the first down.
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? By going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
Defense all over him.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. 3rd and goal, where defensive coordinators have to make a stand. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. He'll be stopped right there. They kept it on the ground on 3rd and goal, and it did not pay off. The defense quickly calls a timeout, trying to save as much clock as possible. $1:57 left. It is perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative. Use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Motion from the back. Throwing, Holstein. Under pressure. Got his man in the middle. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down for this offense. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up.
Well, he threw a touchdown in the last drive. You saw him on the sideline talking to his play caller. Let's keep throwing it. They can't stop us. So here they are in the very next drive. First play, they're taking a shot. This offense right now, you can tell, they feel like they're unstoppable throwing.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short.
Gonna take a shot. A full dive to haul that one in. And the Aztecs will line it up on 1st and 10. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Moving the pocket, it's Holstein. They're all over him. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
Hey, guys, I'm trying to find a way to be up here and be positive, and I guess here's how I'm going to be positive. At least the other team didn't catch it, because he's thrown it to the other team a lot today. It's been a struggle in the passing game. I'm not sure, guys, if it's not decision time, to go to the other guy to see what he can do, because this passing attack has not been great.
And you just got to know the situation of the game, obviously. After that incompletion now setting up 3rd down, you still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this.
And he throws another interception. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. And they'll take a knee on 4th down, happy with their performance so far, and they'll turn it over in the waning moments. It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started, you circled it, you were ready for this team. This is the rivalry you put a lot of stock in.